My overall view of the season, I don't even know where to start, man. It was just a train wreck from the beginning. Stefanski, you are officially on the hot seat, bruh. Officially. It's all on you now. Shit don't work, it's on you. Well, the season is finally over. We lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers to finish our season at 7-10. Another double-digit losing season for the Browns. Big disappointing season. I knew it was going to be rough, but it was. I haven't wished for a Browns season to finally be over in a long time, and I couldn't wait for this one to be over. The agony, the games we should have won that we didn't win, and then games that we do win just gives us just enough hope just to get let down again. It's Cleveland Browns football. So if you haven't heard by now, our defensive coordinator, Joe Woods, has been fired. He's been relieved of his duties. The team made it official this morning, so he won't be back with the team. My overall view of the season, I don't even know where to start, man. It was just a train wreck from the beginning. From Baker demanding the trade, and then we get Watson, and then he only gets suspended 6 games, and then they turn around, make it 11. Then Jacoby plays well enough to win more games than he did, but he doesn't. We're not running the ball. Kareem Hunt demanding a trade. We're not utilizing him. Then we beat Tampa Bay in overtime. We beat Tom Brady with this amazing catch by Njoku. Hope is still alive. We still fighting. Oh, we can still make it. We can get there. And then we lay an egg, and we beat Baltimore and on their field. I mean, at home. And they, of course, they didn't have Lamar Jackson, so we have a little bit more hope. And then turn around and get our doors kicked in by the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 completely different teams. If you looked at that game, you saw a team on Pittsburgh's side that was well coached, well prepared, motivated, and playing for something. Us, it looked like we was in there for preseason. We was practicing pass plays, completely abandoned the run. Last time we beat Pittsburgh, we ran it down their throat. Nick Chubb gave them the business. Mike Tomlin even said after the game, if you can't stop the run, you can't beat the Browns. So what do? We pass the ball nonstop. I tell you what, and I'm going to be honest with you about Deshaun Watson. Through these 6 games, I know it's been rough and him trying to get acclimated. I haven't seen any progress. I've seen one good half. I haven't seen him get it seems like a fire drill every time we're out there. We don't know where we're going. He's scrambling for his life. And, before I even get started on the offense, Jed Wills, bruh, I need to see some competition at that position because you ain't ready for that left tackle position. The effort that I saw was piss poor. I mean, technique was sloppy. I mean, it was like you just stood there. Okay, well, if he moves around me, I did my job. It was a shitty performance by Jedrick Wills. And a lot of that offensive line. Hudson, I mean, he was overwhelmed by Watt, but who the hell isn't overwhelmed by TJ Watt? He's an awesome defensive end. We just didn't have no effort. They're not playing. And Stefanski, you on the hot seat, bro. You are definitely on the hot seat. You the next to go. Now we done got rid of Joe Woods. Okay? So you can't keep blaming it on, the defense this, the defense of that. I can give you the numbers. All right, Nick Chubb ended up with 1,500 yards rushing on the season. Amari Cooper had 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. So you mean to tell me we still haven't led the league rushing with the best running back in the league with Nick Chubb? You're not using him right. Amari Cooper, he had a good season. Totally, our offense, we ended up, 22nd in passing, number 6 in rushing. Yeah. So imagine if we did run the ball like we were supposed to. We should be topping the league. If we're placing sixth in the NFL, and Chubb got 12 carries yesterday, y'all. 12 carries. 12. Inexcusable. Inexcusable. Deshaun threw the ball 29 times. 2 interceptions. We still fumbling the ball. Defense, yeah, Joe. Yeah, you probably got to go. All right. You're the fall guy right now. Now, is firing Joe Woods going to give us a automatic, where our defense is fixed now? No, it's not, because I still saw a lot of piss poor effort on the defense. Now, there may be reasons behind that. I don't know if what Jadeveon Clowney was saying, he threw Woods up under the bus, which that was some sucker shit, if you ask me. But you did what you had to do. I know you playing for a contract, so you covering your ass, Jadeveon. I get it. I get it. And of course, you're going to call everybody out because you're trying to get paid next year. Wasn't the best thing to do. Blaming Myles Garrett, I don't know about that. Myles ended up with, 15, 16 sacks this year. So I still wasn't all impressed with Myles. I still think he can be better. I still think everybody on this team can be better. This is where I say the coaching is. We don't have an identity. Our coach isn't getting the best out of these players. We have the players. We have the talent. We have a quarterback. We have the running backs. We have wide receivers. I'd like to see some more. On defense, we have a pass rusher. I like some of the young guys. I like Emerson. I like Alex Wright. Our corners, I like our corners. Safeties, nah. I'm not impressed with our safeties. For your safety to be the leading tackler on the team, linebackers, y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. That whole linebacker and defensive line, that whole front seven, ain't no way. I'm sorry. My pride would get in the way as a defensive lineman if a damn safety is leading the team in tackles. Nah, bruh. Shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen. So our defense finished out with 14th total. We were number 5 against the pass. Looks like we were 25th against the run. We couldn't stop a nosebleed. 25th against the run. We got linebackers that are the size of safeties. Can't stop the run. Our defensive tackles, they don't win one-on-ones. That was one of my problems with Jadeveon Clowney. He wasn't winning his one-on-ones. Neither of our defensive tackles were impressive to me. Perrion Winfrey flashed, but it seemed like everyone was playing for themselves. Nobody was playing as a unit. There was nobody was doing the dance. Okay, your defensive tackles work with your linebackers. All right, and they work with your defensive ends, and they all work with your secondary. If your secondary can play press coverage, if you can get to the quarterback fast enough. But I ain't playing no press coverage if it's taking y'all 4, 5, 6 seconds to get to the quarterback. I can't cover that long. You can't cover a guy that long. You just can't. So you have to work. It's a dance. I didn't see a dance. I saw, once again, week 17, another blown coverage down the seam. Bro, we still doing that? Week 17, we still looking at each other like, is it your man? Is it your man? Whose man is it? We still doing that week 17? You got to go. I'm sorry, Joe Woods, you got to go. Now, who do we replace him with? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that, man. Maybe y'all got an answer. Give me some suggestions. And don't give me this Greg Williams nonsense. I'm so sick of hearing people say, oh, we need to bring Greg Williams. But do y'all realize we was ranked 32nd in the league when Greg Williams was our defensive coordinator? I don't know where these Browns fans' memories is at, but Greg Williams wasn't the answer. He wasn't it. That wasn't the one, okay? So let's get back to basics. Stefanski, you are officially on the hot seat, bro. Officially. It's all on you now. Shit don't work, it's on you. Because we had an issue with Jadeveon Clowney at the end of this year, calling out the coaches, saying we weren't utilizing him, we weren't valuing him. Some undisciplined shit, right? Now, had that been the only one, okay, we may be able to look it off and be like, oh, that's just him. But let's think about it now. So we didn't have Clowney speak out. We didn't have Miles speak out. He out there rolling Porsches on the road, but we had him speak out against the coaching staff, saying it doesn't matter if I run through a brick wall if we're going in the wrong direction. So that's Clowney, that's Miles that spoke out. We had Baker speak out. This is all under Stefanski. We had Baker speak out saying whether he was going to play was up to him. He ain't playing, whatever. We had Odell speak out. His dad made the tape, and Odell wanted out. We had Jarvis Landry. He didn't really speak out, but he shut down on the media. He was clearly unhappy. Now, these is Pro Bowl players, well, except for Baker. These is proven veterans, right? So it's not like we just got some young rookies out there. We had Perrion Winfrey and got some healthy scratch a couple times for undisciplined. He breaking team rules. Miles broke a team rule. That's why he didn't start against Baltimore. We don't know what it is. Losing control, Stefanski. It's starting to look like you in over your head. You might be in over your head. And we're going to find out because all eyes are on you now. Y'all got a press conference today. I don't care to hear your press conference. It's going to be more of the same. More of the, oh, that's on me, and the guys fought hard, and, oh, I got to get them in better position, and anything we really want to hear, you're not going to tell us. And I get it. You don't want to. I get it. You don't have to. I understand that. But so that's why I'm not listening to your press conference today. I'll read about it by one of the reporters, but what a hell of a season, y'all. I'm glad it's over. Maybe we can get back to I tell you what I do want to see. I need to see a coach that's going to get jumping these players behind. It's been real lackadaisical. You saw what Pittsburgh looked like. Ain't no way in the world we should have lost to Pittsburgh yesterday. None. We're more talented than them at every position. Maybe not kicker, but that's to be determined. But as far as all the other positions, yeah, we're better than them. Come on. And we lose like that with so much we could have done to stick it to somebody else, to stick it to our rival, and we didn't do it. Again, like I said, Pittsburgh was playing for something. It's like we was out there in preseason practicing plays. We didn't. That game wasn't coached to win. That game was coached to find out what can we do. And I think that's exactly what we did when we played the Saints. If you remember, we did all that passing with the Saints. I think, this is just my opinion, I think Stefanski was just trying to see what Watson can do under them conditions. I'm a test driver. That's all he's been doing these last 6 games is test driving. I need to see Stefanski give up the play calls. I don't want to see him calling no more plays. If you are going to be the head coach, I need to see you be a head coach. I want to rate you on being a head coach. Can you control the team? I watched Mike Tomlin control that team. I didn't see him calling all the plays, but he controlled that team. That team played for him. He managed that team. He was a head coach, not a coordinator. We have a coordinator wearing a head coach's hat. That doesn't bode well. All right, so 7-10. That's the end of the season. Let's see what we got next year. Go Browns.